Hi, this is my very first video, and basically I'm now questioning everything that's happened in my entire life that now led to this decision to turn Reddit posts into content. So if you're like me and you love drama, I would keep watching because I've got some really cool Am I the Assholes? And when I say I've got some, I mean I saved some earlier that looked really catchy. I have not read them at all, but now we're gonna get into it. So let's go. Okay, we're starting good. We've got, am I the asshole for leaving my disabled cousin alone for 30 minutes? First things first. Yeah, you are an asshole. This has actually been rated asshole already, so just so you know. So first things out the bat, like if you're leaving your disabled cousin alone, probably are an asshole, not gonna lie, because you shouldn't be doing that. But not all disabled people need to be supervised, so let's keep that in mind. It says, my uncle texted me this morning asking if I could watch his son, my cousin, today all day last minute. He was really urgent and panicked, so I agreed. Okay, that's nice of you. I mean, you know. My cousin is an adult, 24, but he's mentally disabled. Okay. He watches cartoons for preschoolers and can't spell his own name. I mean, that's a bit mean to judge him like that. I feel like you're already judging him. Like, that's mean. But he's not physically disabled or anything. So like, even though you're not physically disabled, it doesn't make you any less disabled. Do you know what I mean? He can walk and use the bathroom alone, but is mostly independent. He's pretty much just watched cartoons all day. Okay, we're not getting juicy yet. I didn't have any groceries and I didn't know when my uncle would pick him up or if I should cook for him, so I decided to go to the store. I asked him if he was fine to stay alone and he said yes. If your uncle is asking you to mind your disabled cousin, then I would take that as a hint that he can't be left alone. No? Anybody else like not see the problem with that? Okay, fair enough. 30 minutes later, I got a call from my very pissed off uncle. Apparently my cousin called 911. I think this is America, by the way, and told them I left him alone over an hour ago. We did leave him alone, to be fair. I don't know if it was over an hour ago. I have timestamps from the calls and texts that prove the time. I left at 2:43 and got the call at 3:17. Okay, so it's just been about half an hour then. Mate, he probably got scared. You left him alone. He wasn't hurt or anything while he was alone. He rummaged through my shit and ate some crackers, but that's it. So there wasn't even any harm. I get that he's disabled, but my entire issue was caused by him lying for no reason. I don't think he was lying. I think he was scared. Like, even kids are fine being alone for less than an hour, but for what age? I would not leave my little girl alone for that long. At all. I would never leave her in the house like that. Nah. I babysat my mentally disabled cousin all day, left him alone for 30 minutes, and he called 911 to say I left him alone for over an hour. Am I the arsehole? Yes, I think you are an arsehole. It's been rated you're an arsehole, and I agree with them, because if your uncle is literally calling you saying, can you look after your disabled cousin, that means that your uncle's gone out and not wanting to leave your cousin by himself. So I would take that as you can't be left alone, so therefore you are the arsehole for leaving him alone. There is an edit. I'm guessing some people asked some questions. My uncle's emergency was the combination of things, a work thing plus an adult daycare being closed. He's an adult daycare, of course you can't leave him alone then. He blasted our family group chat all morning and I was the only one to agree to watch him. I mean, that's kind of you, but then you still left him alone, so you didn't really watch him, did you? Well, you did, up until the point where you should have been with him. I didn't order food because I only have £12. You still could have ordered something. You could have took him with you. I didn't bring him because he's a lot in public. He drools and wipes his hands off on stuff and tries to touch people. He's also obsessed with cops. If he sees one or a security guard or basically anyone in uniform, he'll just run straight at them. I'm not able to physically hold back. Okay, that's fair enough. The whole like that he drools and wipes his hands off, that could be dealt with, like bring a tissue, bring a cloth or something. But like everything else, fair enough. But I feel like you could have ordered food. There was ways around this, dude, but you didn't do it. So your fault. You're an asshole. And they are. Okay, we have more. Am I the asshole for forwarding... Can't talk. Am I the asshole for What? Am I the asshole for forwarding my wife an Instagram reel of a recipe after she asked what I want for dinner tomorrow? Oh, I mean, I don't think you're an asshole for that, just reading the title. I mean, she's asking you what you want for dinner, and you're sending her what you want for dinner, right? Okay, this one has actually been labelled arsehole, so I'm really intrigued about this. Okay. My wife asked me what I'd like for dinner tomorrow, and I was thinking about it. I saw this Instagram reel of a really yummy looking recipe. I forwarded it to her. She could try cooking this, okay? Nothing arseholey about it yet. She went ballistic at me, saying that she cooks, I never cook, and that she's not a servant whose job is only to cook and I order around on what to cook. I feel like if you're asking somebody what they want for dinner, it kind of insinuates that you're going to cook for them, as in that's what I would take from it in anyway. So the fact that she's just gone like ape shit about it doesn't really make sense to me, but okay. Next line, I literally didn't order around. I didn't say cook this for me or else. She asked for suggestions, so I gave her one. That's it. I told her we can go to a restaurant instead. We can try cooking it together on the weekend. That's a nice one. I can't even try to cook with my partner because he's such a bad cook for me, and I burn everything or undercook everything. There's like no in between, to be fair. I can cook eggs though. I literally never ordered her to cook for me or told her. She merely asked for a suggestion, so I gave her one. Okay. Additional notes, because everyone's asking the same questions and I can't reply to 200 comments. I feel like you've got an attitude now. That seems like an attitude to me, not gonna lie. I never cook. I do the dishes every day and other chores, but I finish work late and it's easier for me to either eat out on weekends or some simple packaged food. I can do a pan fry steak. So you're saying because you work all day you can't cook? I mean, I work and I still try to cook. And if I can't cook, then I'll buy food for myself. It was a simple beef noodle recipe that looked yum. She's done more complex things and more simpler things than this before. I mean, if you can do a pan fried steak, then why can't you make beef fried noodles? I mean, you gotta compromise, you know. She likes trying new recipes, and she has even told me that she does. I think maybe she was more mad because maybe she just wanted you to do something for a minute, you know. Even if I did something wrong, I didn't deserve to shout at. I mean, maybe she just had a bad day and you just kind of topped it off with that, you know. Oh, there's an edit. Insane that you guys are still commenting on an argument that I had almost a week ago, whereas my wife and I have completely forgot about it and made up. I feel like this guy has like an issue with the internet, you know what I mean? Which many of them do. Crazy. I don't think it actually makes him an asshole. I'm not gonna lie, maybe a bit of a dick move, but I don't think it makes him an asshole. So I think that was a bit of a harsh rating. Am I the asshole for telling my housemate she owes me bed sheets? Okay. This has been rated not the asshole, but this is from 1 day ago, which is really interesting, right? Okay, let's read it. I realise this is probably so childish, but I am 28 female and my housemate, Nikki, is 29 female. All of our stuff is separate as there's 2 of us. It's easy, so her stuff is to the right and mine is to the left in storage. I put my food on the left side of the fridge, my cups on the left side of the cupboard, etc. This was her idea. That's a really smart idea. Not gonna lie. I like that idea. I'm really not organised, so seeing like people being organised is like heaven to me because I wish I could be like that. Our bedding is different because the cupboard isn't wide enough but doesn't have shelving. We used the big plastic storage containers and labelled them. This was also Nikki's idea. She seems really organised, I'm not gonna lie. I wonder if the other girl is organised as she is. Okay, last week I bought a new set as winter's starting and I noticed my room gets really cold at night. I can't have warm bedding. Oh god, they're fuzzy sheets. These are fuzzy sheets that my mum recommended as she said they're very warm. Nah. Ugh. No thank you. I washed them, then packed them away so I could change my sheets on Sunday. Sunday comes and my sheets aren't there. I look around in all the obvious places but I can't find them, so I asked Nikki and she tells me she borrowed them as her room has been getting really cold. I mean, did she know that they were yours or did she just go get them knowing they were hers and put them on a bed. I mean, that's really weird. I mean, she could have gone out and got her own, you know? Like, I think sharing bed sheets with other people is quite weird in general. I mean, because we all have like dry skin and flakes and stuff, and it gives me heebie-jeebies. Okay. I said that it wasn't her decision to make and I wanted them back so I could wash them and use them. She said I probably won't want them back now as she's had... I said I probably wouldn't want them back now as she's had sex with her boyfriend on them. Okay. Here's where I should mention I have contamination OCD, in brackets COCD, and Nikki knows this. I feel like if you know she has OCD in this type of way, then that is a massive no-go. That's really insensitive as well. Like, that's crazy. I snapped and told her that she owes me new sheets and she knows that I won't be able to use those ones now. I'd be stuck for hours cleaning them and I still wouldn't be able to sleep on them properly. I get that because, mate, if somebody had sex on my bed, I feel disgusting. I'm not gonna lie. Ugh. That happened once before, not on my bed, but my best friend at the time, she wore one of my bodysuits and then she, you know, her boyfriend in them, and I had to actually bin the bodysuit because even though I washed it, the image was still in my head. I was like, nah, I can't do that. Can't wear it ever again. Ooh, that's disgusting. She told me that that's ridiculous and I need to get over it and either need to suck it up and shit or replace them myself. I feel like that's also really mean because, one, OCD isn't just like a clean thing, it's more of like a mental disorder, I feel like, in a way. And I feel like for people that I've done research on OCD, but I feel like for people that don't have OCD, like maybe she does have OCD so I don't know, but I feel that you don't know what she's thinking. You don't know what her brain is going through when you've just told her that you had sex on these sheets and now you're trying to be like, nah, get over it. That's disgusting. Ugh. You ruined them. Buy them again. They're hers. I know I can just buy a new set myself, but why should I have to? She never asked to use them and I feel like it's rude to have sex on them in your on your housemate's sheets, even if they don't have COCD. Maybe I'm just crazy. You're not crazy. Yes, obviously most people can just clean them and be done with it, but I still think it's kind of rude. I feel like she told me they had sex on them and she knew I wouldn't want them back. Oh, so she liked them so much that she knew that if she told you this, you wouldn't want them back. I get it. I get where you're coming from. And that she did that to effectively steal them off me, but said I was being crazy for thinking that. Basically, am I the asshole for wanting to replace my bed sheets? I don't think you're an asshole at all. By the way, there's an edit. I like all these ones, they've got edits. I've had a few comments about hotels, so I've had a few comments about hotels, so I'll post how hotels usually work for me here. Okay, so if people have asked about OCD, it does make it fairly hard, but I know when I went away recently, I managed to do it really well, just bringing my own sheets. Fair enough, that's extra work and I could not go that far, but fair enough. It used to be that I wouldn't be able to sleep in the hotel because everything was contaminated, like with a disease or harmful substance, and I needed to clean it, so I would be up there for hours putting these things in the wash and checking for any contaminations. I'd wake up and suddenly have the belief that they wasn't really clean anymore and then I'd have to start again. Oh, so she's got like proper OCD. When I say checking for contaminants as well, I mean I check one side, check the other, then go, okay, I need to check the other side again just to make sure I haven't missed it. It was pretty debilitating for a while. It's getting a lot better for me, especially recently with the right meds and treatment team. I think it's getting to me because it's not a normal stressor, i.e. I use my sheets get dirty throughout the week. It feels more deliberate and it could have been avoided. Oh, I feel really bad actually because I feel like if her roommate knew that she had OCD, then she really shouldn't have used any of these. That's like horrible. Oh, I feel really sad. But no, I don't think she's an asshole at all, and I think her roommate should get a grip, and I think that she should be more sensitive to the situation. Yeah. Okay, we have another one. Am I an asshole for asking my groomsman's wife to leave our wedding? Okay. We have the older generation here, and I say older generation, I am 26, so they are only about 10 years older than me. I am 40 female and married to my wife, 37 female. We recently got married after being what? Groomsman's wife? I'm either being really stupid or really uneducated, but that doesn't make sense. If you both feel... I'm straight, by the way. If you get married and you're both female, do you have groomsmen? I'm confused. That might be really insensitive. I'm not trying to be insensitive. I'm just really confused. Can somebody like clarify that for me? Okay, anyway, we recently got married after being together for 4 years, and she had 2 bridesmaids and I had 2 brides. Oh, okay, I've answered my own question. 2 bridesmen. My childhood friend, male 40, Chris, and my other friend, male 52, Patrick. Hey. I feel like these are friends you made in uni because there's a massive age difference there. On the wedding day, there were only about 50 guests in a cozy restaurant venue. We specifically wanted to have our wedding here because the food was so great and their event space was very affordable but still nice. Fair enough. However, Patrick's wife decided to cause a scene at the wedding by expressing how the whole venue smelled like meat. Was it a meat venue? Did they serve meat? Is she a vegetarian? Vegetarians and vegans, they don't annoy me, but they annoy me because, like, how can you not like meat? I tried being vegan for like a day and I seen a corned beef pasty and I couldn't help myself. She spent the whole month prior telling us how she would she's vegan. She would need a vegan menu option at our buffet style wedding. Aside from salad, fruit and veggies, we didn't have a set vegan option. I mean, if you are having a wedding and you know that there's going to be a vegan guest, I feel like you should have that kind of option. You know what I mean? Especially if you know they're coming. I mean, it's good of her to like ask though, I guess. So we reached out to the event coordinator and requested a specific vegan dish to be served to her, which did cost extra. We indicated that where she was sitting, so when it came to food time, the staff would know where to bring her single plate of food. Okay, so they've told the venue, they know it's going to be like that, and she's still complaining because of the smell. I mean, if you are vegan and you're going to a meat vet restaurant or a restaurant that serves meat, you're going to have that smell. I'm not going to lie. What do you do when you go to supermarkets and you go down past the butcher's aisle? Okay, it's nice of them to get you a plate and to sit you somewhere like your food's there. Later on, a few guests came up to us and told us that Patrick's wife wasn't happy with the vegan dish she was served. We asked what was on it and they said it was a mushroom salad bowl. I had that look and smelled amazing. They mentioned the only reason she wouldn't eat it is because the whole room smelled of meat. I mean, I hate mushrooms. I don't mind salad, but a mushroom salad bowl sounds absolutely minging. Disgusting for that matter. I do get the whole smelling thing though, because sometimes when you smell something and then eat something, it tastes like what you're smelling. It's really weird, but try it. It messes with your brain. She apparently kept making similar comments to several guests, making them feel uncomfortable. Eventually, she told Patrick that she was ill and sat on her table, glaring at anybody who walked by. I mean, that's rude. You're at a wedding, for Christ's sake, like, you know. Socialise. For context, we had grilled chicken and, oh, nice, and chicken masala and a veggie melody, red potatoes, bread options, a salad and a character table. I don't know how to say that, I probably butchered that. No pun intended. With cured meats, cheese, fruits and jams, etc. I feel like she could still eat a lot of these things, but I know vegans are really funny sometimes with their like oils and dressings and stuff, so maybe that's why. We didn't get any negative comments about the room smell. Instead, the guests, even with our vegetarian friends, loved the food. Okay, so they had vegetarians there too. Maybe vegetarians are friendlier than vegans. Although this was annoying, we kept enjoying the event until we summoned Patrick for pictures. In hindsight, probably shouldn't have done the pictures after eating in case any accidental spills, but everyone was fine. That's a good thing because I would have it all down me because I'm a messy eater. I mean, crumbs everywhere, I'm not even lying. I went over to see what was going on and they said, hey, can we borrow you for a minute? Every time I hear that, I'm like, oh my god, no. We are going to take a few more pictures on the whole wedding party together. His wife snapped at me, can't you see he is busy? I apologised and said that it would only be for a few minutes and she should get some fresh air outside. In the meantime, all she said to me was, it's hot outside. I feel like she's a bitch. Like, I really feel like she's like one of them people that just need the attention. Do you know what I mean? I just needed him for a few pictures instead. I only have one picture with me, my wife and him, not the whole wedding party. I feel like she wanted to be the centre of attention after these pictures. I asked Patrick if they would leave. I felt awful, but he wasn't going to talk to his wife about her behaviour. Am I the arsehole? I feel like you're not the arsehole. I feel like she wanted to be the centre of attention, and when she found out that she would be having a really shit meal, she felt like she'd be going, I'm gonna cause a scene. And that's exactly what she did. And I feel like because he was your best friend, I feel like you're quite sad. Like, it's your wedding day. Normal people only get, you know, once in a lifetime, unless you have it 3-4 times again. But I do feel like he should have had the conversation with her about, like, not being like that. My camera's gonna die, so I'm gonna charge it and I'll be back in a bit.
2 days later.
I'm not gonna lie to you, it has been 2 days. And I do look a bit different. I mean, my hair, the glasses, the face. But that's okay, because we're gonna carry on. I'm gonna need to zoom in a bit. That's better. That's better. This one's juicy. Okay, so the title is, Am I the Asshole? I don't want custody of my sister's 3 kids. You could be, but what is the situation? Because, like, I would be. I would. If something bad happened, if something bad happened, and I don't have any nieces or nephews, just saying, but I do have a daughter. But if something bad happened to my sister's kids in the future, or my sister, and I would need to look, I would. You know what I mean? I would. So it says, my sister lost custody of the 3 kids years ago. My mum got custody a couple of years ago, but now she has health issues and asked me to take care of them instead. Okay, I don't think I have the means, financial or space. Right. I mean, from going off that, if you don't think you can actually look after them, then I don't think you're that much of an asshole. By the way, this has not been rated, so this is fully our decision. So you can comment as well. Like, is she the asshole? I don't think she is so far. I mean, if her mother was looking after them, then, you know, they haven't been with the other sister for long, so I don't think the sister is in the question, maybe? I don't know. So it says, I, 29 female, have 1 kid, 11 female. Also, she already has kids, and then she adds 3 more. That's 4. That's a lot of work. My sister, 32 female, has 3 kids, 11 female, 8 female, and 6 female. The oldest is also autistic. Depending on which type of autism she has, I mean, that could add a lot of work. About 3 years ago, my sister lost custody of the kids. The girls were split up in the system for over a year before our mum, 52 female, got custody 2 years ago. That is really sad, because if I was younger and I got split up from my sisters, I'd be really, really sad. Like, I annoy them. And because I annoy them, that keeps me going, you know. Because I'm the eldest. Over the last 2 years, the girls have been really thriving. They're happy, healthy, and doing well in school. Recently, my mum got some unexpected health issues that were severely impacting her mobility and energy. Right, so I'm just saying, right, if obviously your mother can't look after these kids, then they're going elsewhere again, so they're going to get split up. So I think that is a bit harsh and arsehole-ish, because I feel like I would want to keep the family together. But I feel like if you're not going to take custody, then who's going to look after these girls now? There is no cure. She called me last week to ask if I would take the girls so they aren't split up in the system again. My heart sank. I mean, putting all that pressure on you, though, is a lot. I get it. I love my nieces. There's no denying that. And my daughter loves her cousins. The kids all get along great. They live on the opposite side of the country, but I visit whenever possible. So you'd still have to either relocate or they'd have to move to you, which is also a massive, massive change, especially if that one has autism as well. Not many autistic people like change, so that could be like a really big issue as well. I'm always planning all sorts of activities and experiences for them and encouraging them to pursue the things they love. The oldest loves art, the middle loves gymnastics, and the youngest loves Pokemon and video games. It's a mad mix, fair play. I plan things we can do together, and I make sure they all get one-on-one time too. I would die for these girls, but I don't have the means to care for them full time. That is pretty sad, I'm not gonna lie. You were kind of in like a sticky situation, and I feel like it's probably like, oh my god, this was posted 1 day ago. This is happening in real time, guys. I don't know. Okay, carry on. My husband and I are a low-income family. After a decade of saving, we finally bought a small 2-bed townhouse, but there's barely enough room for the 3 of us, let alone another 3 kids too. I mean, I don't know where you are, just saying. But obviously, like, if they must still be like in the system, maybe. So wouldn't you get like some form of help financially if you were to take them in? Or like, are you just doing it as a favour for your mother until she can get somewhat better with her health? Not fully better, because like you said there's no cure, but I don't know. Bit of a difficult one. I suggested to my mum, I think it's American, she's type mum, M-O-M, you know, not M-U-M or M-A-M. Okay, I suggested my mum move closer so I can help her more day to day, but she shot that shot down rather quick. Her reasons were she didn't want to pull all the kids out of the current school, in brackets, but I guess I'm okay if I do. And with her health issues, she didn't want to have to find a new doctor, which is, she said, it's pretty valid. There are some serious healthcare crisis in the country, which is, I guess, is fair, because like finding a new doctor in this country as well is like, because finding a new doctor in this country is like really bad as well. Like, they're all terrible. GP who, like, nobody knows. But the school thing is that it's really hard for kids to settle down in schools. I've moved like schools so many times, like, because I've lived in so many places, and I've hated each time. Us moving closer to them is not an option. We will both have to find new jobs, and my husband's current job has a really good benefits we can't afford to lose. My mum is retired, so the only thing tying her to her current location is her doctors. I mean, if you've got a really good job, I mean, that's really hard, especially if it's coming with the benefits. Because I know in America you can get like healthcare insurance through like your jobs and stuff like that. I don't know, because we have the NHS here and also health insurance, but I don't know how it works in America. My heart is breaking. I don't want to lose my nieces to the system again. I love the relationship we have, but I don't see how I could sustainably take on the 3 of them full time. My mum and my sister have been calling me heartless, and I haven't fully thought it through, but I have. Where's your sister then? Why did your sister lose custody? Can she not have them back? Like, if she goes like to like trial or like through the custody courts again? I don't understand that. I might be being really like rude. I just don't. If she's calling you heartless, then can't she be more involved? Can't she live with your mother? Okay. I've been thinking about it every day for over 3 years when my sister first lost custody. Oh, so did she ask you before? Oh, okay, there's been an edit. Oh wow, I already can't keep up with some of the comments. I'm going to address a couple of questions here. The dad is not in the picture. Didn't even think of that. He has 2 other kids from 2 other women. He gets around. Lovely. That he also walked out on. What an arsehole he is. I think we can rate him an arsehole. My sister is on drugs. Oh. And living in a tent. But she's also said, but it's got a great view of the lake. Like, lovely. On drugs, living in a tent, but there's a lake. What could you want more? There is no family other than that could help. I mean, why can't your sister get a hold of her life? I mean, there could be other situations. I don't know. I don't know your situation. I don't know her situation. But if she's calling you heartless, I think she needs to take a good look at herself. I'm not gonna lie. She added as well, oh, my mum is also low income and her retirement funds barely cover the cost of living as is, but I will definitely be looking more into other resources and government funding. Thank you for those who actually provide help and advice. And it also said we are not in the US. That's interesting. Someone actually commented, not the arsehole, your sister lost her kids. She has no right to try guilt trip you into picking up the pieces she dropped. And your mum tried to pick up these pieces but realised she can't fulfil that responsibility. Another one said, someone who lost custody of her kids doesn't get to have the opinion about my parenting choices. Fair play. But it's a sticky one. I don't think you're an arsehole. I think your sister is an arsehole, and I think the father of the kids are arseholes too. But you're definitely not an arsehole, but I do think you're in a very sticky situation. And I think it will be very difficult either way. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna try to find a happier one to end this on, because I don't know. Let's try find one. Let's type in, okay, so funny, am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for making it a dad joke? I hate dad jokes, right? I think this is so cringy. This one has actually been rated everybody sucks. Right, okay. About a year old when I married her mother, Jessica. Madeline's father died before she was born. Right, okay. Oh, was it a dad joke about the dead dad? That's terrible. Madeline is currently 15 and she is rebelling for almost everything. I mean, who didn't at that age? I'm not gonna lie. I slept in fields with a bunch of randos, not randos. They were my friends, but they were stupid. Right, we'll just say that. She did something bad, so while picking her up, I set a punishment up for her. Then said, "Oh gosh," and then she said, "You're not my dad. I don't have to follow you." Honestly, I got a bit hurt by that, but I understand that she didn't mean it, and that she'd probably change. I had my sister's dad isn't my dad. It's my stepdad, but my sisters are my sisters. Just putting that out there. But I remember saying this to my dad once, and not gonna lie, I did feel, my dad, as in my stepdad, right? I did feel really bad. But at that time, I was really angry. So I feel like when children say this to their stepdads, they don't actually mean it. Like, yeah, anyway, back to the baseline. I just replied, "I'm still your legal guardian for the next 3 years. And as long as you're in my house, you have to follow my rules." When my stepdad said this to me, the one before, I used to get so annoyed because I was like, I live in the house still. It's still my house. Now I'm older, I'm like, well, it technically wasn't my house. You know what I mean? It's still not my house because I live with my parents. But that's fine. But yeah, I completely get where she's coming from, but I also get where the parent is coming from too, because, you know, it's not what you want to hear as a parent. What happened? Oh, that happened 2 days ago. So the family was going on grocery shopping. I think these are American as well. They're all American. We need some British ones. When Madeline said, "I'm hungry, I need food." I mean, who doesn't? I love food. I decided to be extremely cheeky and say, "Hi, hungry, I'm not your dad." Okay. My son just started to laugh uncontrollably. My daughter was quiet with embarrassment, and my wife was berating me not to stoop down to her level. I honestly thought it was a funny dad joke, and my son agrees, so am I the asshole? There's been an edit, so we're going to read that first. I did adopt her, so legally I am her parent. Okay. Mini update. I'll probably give a full update later, but here's what happened so far. I go to my daughter's room after dinner and she began talking with her. "Hey, I'm really sorry that I hurt you by the words I said. I am really your dad. I changed your diapers. I met your boyfriend. I plan on helping you through college. And plus, I'm legally your dad, so we're stuck together. But seriously, I am going to love you like my daughter, and if you don't think I'm your dad." I then hugged her, and she did start to cry. I assume that's good. Yeah, that's probably good. I mean, you probably did really upset her by saying that. I mean, it probably was funny at the time, I'm not gonna lie. Like, fair play for saying it. And your son clearly found it hilarious as well. I think it was just really bad timing. Like, maybe if it was like a day or on the same day, that would have been funnier, but the fact it was 2 days later and she probably wasn't even expecting it. Fair play. Oh my god, apparently it's actually been on Reddit's dad jokes 3 times in 1 year. Fair play. Maybe I need to do a video about dad jokes and rate them, you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm going to end the video there because I'm not going to go for any more. I'm actually going to plan the next video. But if you are watching, please subscribe because this is my very first video and it would mean the absolute world to me because I have plans, right? I have plans. I'm 26. I'm sad. I have no life. I have no friends. But maybe we could be friends, you know what I mean? So please subscribe and like and maybe share the video too because you don't know. And if you have any video ideas, which I really need, please comment. And hopefully I'll see you in my next video. How do you feel about that? Bye.